Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Welcome back to the channel. And also, welcome to this brand new series that I'm going to be calling Let's Farm. So let me give you a bit of insight into why I'm kind of dropping my career mode series and doing a brand new series that hopefully will take me across many maps and up to the end of Farming Simulator 22 before 25 comes out. And the truth is, I'm just not feeling that series. I do too much, I feel like, at the moment that regards to like a role play, and I just want to play the game. I want to play the game, have a bit of fun, and enjoy some maps along the way. And I think this is the perfect map to start. So yeah, this is hopefully going to be just a nice Let's Play series, but we're calling it a Let's Farm. We're going to try out a few maps along the way and just have a good old session on Farming Simulator, because that's what I'm missing at the moment. I'm doing my series with Beanie, which is a good laugh, good fun, but then I'm kind of not doing a normal Let's Play, which I do normally have on the channel. So we're going back to it, and we're going to try a few maps along the way and, you know, see what we can experience, really. So let's talk about the first map that I've picked. I have gone for the map called the Allstream Farm Expansion by BlackSheep Modding. Now, I do believe that this map has been on FS19, maybe even on FS17. Big shout out to Mr. Silly P. I had this idea a while ago, and I've been watching a few of his map tours. He's definitely the place to go for map tours. He's he's the OG when it comes to, you know, showing off a map. And yeah, I saw him do this, and I thought about it at the time, and I just liked the look of it. I saw a few people in my Discord talking about the map, and it is a really nice map. The one thing that stands out to me, and it's actually probably one of the most important things on a map, is the main farms and how they're laid out. Like, I love a good layout to a farm, and this one here, yeah, it's faultless. I actually really like the kind of, setup to it. So I'm going to enjoy this series, and like I said, we're going to play as long as we can. And then we're going to jump over to other maps. I'm probably going to move over to a map that's obviously got the Terra Life Plus when that drops as well, so we'll be trying that out. But I am excited for this. So let's start off then and give you a bit of a rundown of it, and then we've got a few jobs to do. And then obviously after that, every episode after that, we'll be getting a teeth well into it and just trying to do something good on the map, because there's lots of things. And if anyone's playing it, let me know in the comment section. Give me some advice. Where do you think should go? What do you think I do? Should I have a certain, area on the map? Should I purchase a certain farm? Is there production that should be trying out and stuff like that? Because I just love the layout. The landscape itself is stunning. It's got a lot of hilly areas, kind of. It's not all flat. There's a lot of detail gone into this. So big shout out to BlackSheep Modding, who created this map. And like I said, I think I'm kind of behind the scenes with this. There's a lot of people that's played this on past versions, and then obviously they've done this expansion as well. So I think this was already originally out on FS22, but they've done an expansion version, tried to expand the border basically. I love it. I love the house, the detail. Yeah, it's really good. So right outside we've got one of our crop fields, and I'll bring up the map in a bit and show you that. But let's walk into the house, because what I do like is I can actually get around the house. You can get through the garage. I like it when you've got an interior to like a farmhouse. It does make a difference. So the good thing about this farm, it's got loads of animal pens. We've got chickens, we've got pigs, we've got sheep, we've got cows, all in one spot, which I do like. Even though I've got no animals, I'm starting with the base equipment, but we'll get into that in a second, because I've made a few changes, just trying to make it a bit more customized, really. But I've started with 200k in the bank account, but we'll go through it in a second. Let's just kind of show you some of this stuff. That's one of the vehicles I've got. I've got rid of the truck you start with and gone with a TD5, just because I like the TD5s, and especially in my Let's Play series, or as we're calling this one, Let's Farm. I did keep the little loader, or front loader. We're going to get some use out of that. It's going to be really handy to have. Over there, we've got another pasture. This one's for the sheep, I think. Or no, actually, this could be the cows. Yes, it is. So it's a nice open area where we've got the grazing mod on as well, so that's going to be good. I love this map. And you can see the fields are just all, different elevations all around, and we're going to use that. And the bunkers as well. We've got 3 decent-sized bunkers, and they're positioned really good. So that's going to be useful. But yeah, chickens there. We've seen the cows up that side, but we'll show you the actual inside kind of cow barn. Over this side we've got a shed, and in it we've got 2 of our tractors. I've gone with the Deutz-Fahr 7250. Do like a Deutz-Fahr, and I thought I'd try it out. This map is actually set in France, so I don't know if Deutz-Fahr is a common tractor in France. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I know it's kind of like hit and miss in the UK. You see them yeah, you see them every now and again. And I did actually live near a Deutz-Fahr dealership, so there was a lot going about in a small area that I was used to live close to. So I have seen it quite a bit in the UK, but I know they're hit and miss. But I did go with this fence, so I have picked up the fence that was in the FarmCon 24 pack, and I actually really like it. It's going to be perfect for spraying. And you can see that the Creative Mesh obviously made the attachments for it, the sprayer and the tank at the front as well. So we're gonna get that out. We'll probably get that in the next episode actually, because we've got a lot of fields that we need to start spraying. All the rest of it is pretty much starting equipment. You can see I've got the seeder, bit of a plough. Might get rid of that. Depends on how we go. Now you do start off with a Fendt 500 favourite, or I think it's favourite. I always say that. It might be pronounced differently, but that's how I'm reading that. But what I did is I got a modded version basically. It's a more detailed version. Got a front loader for it, and it's the 515C. So a little bit of an upgrade there, but not too much. So I did swap out both tractors. You also started with a John Deere, but I decided I wanted to do it far and get a bit of a customised modded version to the Fendt 500. So I started with them. I'll tell you what, well, before we carry on, we're going to do a bit of a loop round the, probably anti-clockwise, and then we'll come back round to this side. Let's bring up the map and just talk to you about it. So you can see it's a decent sized map, loads of different shapes of fields, small, large, medium. There's not many large fields, but there are some decent size, and the prices aren't too bad as well. But I've decided to give myself quite a lot more, really, when it comes to fields at the start than what you do get. So, yeah, I just thought, why not? And we didn't actually have grass fields, but let's talk about the fields we have got. What we've got here, we've got 2 grass fields. We've actually got a third one there, so that's got grass in. Does need a bit of work because I'm using precision farming. I do like to play with that, so that's something that we'll, tackle along the way. We've got 3 soybean fields as well. They are growing nicely. We can actually see the state of that. You can see growing nicely. Got 2 fields here that are ready to harvest. That's what we're going to be doing in the first episode. It's got to be done. So we've got some, looks like we've got wheat and we've got some oats as well. And then we've got a field of red beets that's growing really well. We need to get some fertilizer on that. And then we've got a field that's just cultivated. So we're going to have to grow some crop in there. I actually like starting off with these 3 grass fields. I think that should be enough. We have got a lot of animals, but should be where the sheep and the cows can do a bit of grazing. We're going to be doing pigs, but they don't actually have a section anyway to kind of be outside. It's more like an inside area or the middle of the farm. But we can do pigs, we can do chickens, sheep, everything. So we're going to try and tackle all that because I think it's the best way to go. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm super excited to get back into a Let's Farm series. I've missed just playing the game because, don't get me wrong, I love the late nights. I love putting the effort in and being creative, making the farmhand. But I think then deciding to do that kind of career mode series was just a little bit too much at the time because I wasn't kind of mixing it up with much else. So yeah, farmhand's still going to be my priority, obviously. Love doing that series for everybody. But I think this is it's a good call to replace this because, like I said, it can go to the end of till FS25. We can try out for a few maps. We can just play the game because that's what it's about. I've always said this game's like therapy, and it is just, you just got to enjoy it and play it, especially with FS25 coming out. There'll be things that I wish I tried out maps, had a look at and so on. So yeah, you can see that 2 ready to harvest, 3 soybean fields that are growing quite nicely. They're not actually doing too bad because obviously they don't need fertilizer with precision farming. So maybe a bit of pH, but we don't need to do that till after we've harvested. But this one definitely needs some fert. Grass fields are going to need some fert. Ideally, you'd want to replant them as well, but I don't think we need to do that at the start. And I've also started to play with that the required ploughing is on. So we've got 3 fields as well that need ploughing. But luckily, this one's going to get harvested. That one's going to get harvested. But it has got weeds in, so that's not ideal. And we're going to... I think that's the grass field. Oh, no, it's our... Oh, I didn't say about that one. It's a field of parsnips that has been harvested. So it's ready to work, a bit like the cultivated field. So we're going to have to plough that field and that field before we even do anything else. But again, we'll get into that eventually. But that is the boundary that I've got. If I just show you what I own, you can see that I own this and then kind of like the starting section that's free to purchase as well, which I don't think there's going to be anything for us. But we have got a good chunk of land here and 3 grass fields to start off. And I think that's plenty because, like I said, we've got a lot of arable as well. But let's have a look at precision farming. You can see that the fields, We've got a good span here in field 5 and 15 when it comes to loam, but the rest isn't too good. Like this section here, they've got a core of soil there that's loamy sand and silty clay. So not ideal. There's a lot of silty clay. I really don't... And it's not the best silty clay, unfortunately. But we'll make the most of it. We definitely will. pH, all of them needs tending to. Again, nitrogen on everything. And yeah, we're right at the start. So that's the map and its layout. But let's carry on walking around. So over here, there's something really cool. There's like a small vegetable garden, but it's not standard. It's actually got some extras involved. So you can see we can do lettuce, red lettuce, and melon. And we do have to put straw in as well as water. Now, I did get a mod that if I place down a water pump, it should automatically fill water in. Same goes for the animals, so that's going to be really useful. That's the class trailer that comes with the map, so that's kind of what your started equipment is. I've not swapped that out. We'll happily carry on with that. That's a gate out to the front field that we own, and then should be on the right here. That's the silo as well, so the silo is where the trailer's parked. But yeah, this section here should be for the sheep, so... They've got a good-sized area outside. So really, we could technically get some sheep. Why don't we start off quickly and just buy a couple of sheep? And let's go for a different colour. I usually go with the Steinschaft, or the Benthium, or Benthium, or I think it's pronounced that, Benthium, breed, or Bentheim. I think it's either or. Someone will correct me in the comment section. But I think maybe we go for these mountain ones. They do look pretty cool. And it's not like they should give off less wool. I don't think there's a variation between them. We could even get goats, but no, I don't want goats. I want to get wool because wool's really good money. Why don't we get some Welsh sheep? That's always a good option. So let's start with just 10 of these. And maybe we can also get one ram. And they're obviously going to start lambing at some point anyway. And we've got the grazing mod enabled, so they should start grazing that grass. But let's have a look in the menu just to see. And they don't need water as well, so so we may as well just have a few sheep now. Grazing mod's going to take care of the feed with that, which is going to be perfect. And yeah, we should start getting some more. So that's already going to be a bit of money, and at least we got some sheep in the field. So ideal. This is one of our soybean fields just there, and as we go up, if we drive through up the lane, we should see two more soybean fields. We've got one on the right and one on the left, right by the big windmill. I love this map. I do. I have to say, it's really impressive. No wonder it has, you can tell with maps that have kind of gone through the generations of the game. There's a reason for it. It's nicely laid out. BlackSheep Modding has done an excellent job of the layout. It really has. So over here is a storage point for bales. It's an automatic one, which I don't usually use just because I kind of like manually loading. But I'm interested to try this out. I want to see, how much how much better it is and how much it improves kind of like the way I play the game. It takes a lot of stress away of obviously stacking your own bales, but we can put a lot in here. It stores 550 and it says bales and pallet storage. So we're definitely going to be getting through that. We're going to probably be making straw bales in this episode, but we're going to need to lease out a baler. We haven't got one. So over here is the pigs. It is just one building, so we'd have to shut that door. So you got your feed trough there. I'm just trying to see where if there is a water trough for them. I mean, what I'll probably do is just put a pig in now just to check. Let's go with one of these, the Berkshire. And we'll see if the pig... Oh, it's there. I'm not going to leave him on his own because that just wouldn't be fair. So it doesn't actually need any water again. So that's, again, really easy to do. We just need to give it pig food, which we haven't got. So I am going to sell that. I'll make a small loss, but it's a shame you can't see the information in this until you've got an animal in it. I think that's something that hopefully will change in FS25. I would like to just, see what it kind of, how it works. Some give off manure straight away. Some obviously take water. It's just nice to know. Then we got a few sheds, straightforward, just storage sheds. And then our harvester that we're starting with is probably one of the most common starting equipment harvesters, which is the Deutz-Fahr Topliner. So that's good. And then the header trailer just sitting there as well. So that's pretty much a loop around anti-clockwise. We haven't checked the fields out at the back, but We're just making a loop around. And then this is the drive-through part of the cow shed, so where you're going to put the feed down. And then as we've already seen, there's a big section over here. A nice open pasture area for the grazing mod to do its thing. So, really good. But look at this. Look how cool this is. One, textures there are brilliant. But we've got 2 bunkers here. Nicely elevated area just going up there. But it also looks really natural. And that's not easy to do. That's definitely not easy to do in-game, but also not easy to do in GE. So, yeah, great work there by BlackSheep Modding. And then we've got a 3rd bunker there. So if we run up to the top here, nice open area. Could be putting down buildings here, really. You could store a lot of things. Could be like a bale pad for us. We could, figure it out. We've also got this shed, which is definitely going to be for bales. Yeah, probably. Or some kind of equipment, maybe out here that you'd want to store. And then this is one of the fields we're going to be harvesting today. And you can see that it's in a terrible state. It's got hardly any nitrogen. It's poor for pH. And, yeah, it's got weeds. So it's probably going to be like the worst we could do. But at least we can crack on with it after that. Right, this is going to be a challenge. This field here. Now, this is a big field of red beets. Now, I'm going to do it because we started with it. We're not going to just cheap out on this. Could just started and changed the crop that was growing in there. But no, we're going to lease out the equipment. We're going to get through it. There's no limitations in this series, any of the Let's Farm. We're just playing the game. There's no, I don't have to worry about what lease or anything. I want to take out loans, I'll take out loans. We're just enjoying the game and what's on offer. So I am going to lease out this stuff. And we're going to get some red beets. Don't know what I'll do with them. Might sell them. I might change the food additions with Maize Plus and feed them to some pigs. Who knows? But we're definitely going to harvest these up because it's a big field. And then up here we got our final 3rd. I think this is the 3rd one we've seen now of the soybean. And then over there is a field that's got a bit of an incline to it. So, yeah, that's going to be a struggle to plough uphill. But we're going to have to plough that as well. So nitrogen on the... let's have a look at this, actually. Yeah, the soybeans, you can see, nitrogen's perfect because it just does not require anything. That's because soybeans generate their own nitrogen. Now, I don't know if you've watched Diddley Squat and, Clarkson's Farms. He does talk about it whilst there's an episode about soybeans producing nitrogen, and they were doing a mixed crop between 2 different things. So it's kind of like a nice natural way to fertilise the soil without using chemicals. So, but in game we don't have that option, unfortunately. We can just do a single crop at a time. But maybe that's something that we could do in FS25, where they've got, the option to do mixed crops. Yeah. So this is one of my 2 big grass fields, and then this one. This is the main grass field. It looks quite small on the map if we have a look, and I think it is quite misleading. You can see the size there of that, and even that one. But then when you're actually in the field, that's not a bad size. And again, the elevations just kind of really like that. I prefer maps that aren't just flat. Always have done. And we'll also see a lot more of the map as we're driving around. But I think that's pretty much everything of the farm land and what we own and fields and all that. We will look at the map as we go through it. But my recommendation is try it out because it's I really like this map. And, I am very new to it. It has been out before, and this expansion is new. It's not long been on ModHub, but yeah, if you've played it before, you'll agree that the layout's really good on this farm, and BlackSheep Modding has done a cracking job. So if you're new to it and you're looking for a map right now and you're watching this episode, yeah, I recommend checking this one out. Right, so before we get into the harvesting, I'm just going to get the layout of the land a little bit. So we've got a train line up there that we can hire, it looks like. So, or no, that's going off the map. It must be where the train line goes. Yeah, it comes through a tunnel. That's where it's a sell point to Ottenberg. And there might be another one somewhere. And yeah, same again. So that's off the map. There's one of the most important things, which is the dealership, which is nice because it's very close to the farm. So that's good. So if we do need to lease out equipment, we haven't got to travel too far. Just come straight out past that field that I showed you. And we've actually got a little shed here that I don't think I talked about, but it's just to the right of where the landy was, near the pasture for the cows. Because that's the sheep pasture, that's the cow pasture, and so on. So we can just, come down here, go to that, which is good. We've got a bakery there, but we don't own that. Yeah, I won't look at anywhere else. I do want to dive into it, but what I do want to do is just get my head around the jobs that we need to do and kind of organising. We're definitely going to be harvesting in this episode. That's the job we're going to do. These 2 fields. We're going to do some baling. But then after that, you can see that this is growing. This is very close to being ready. If we're in August, if we had a look at red beets, it's probably... Yeah, it's ready to harvest. Really, it could have been August. So that's going to be due next month. So we need to get fertilizer down on that ASAP. So that's the next job. And if we're doing that, we may as well go around and fertilize any other fields that we need to. We're not going to need to do the soybeans, but we are going to probably need to do the grass. So we could just spray the grass, save us getting a spreader and buying solid fertilizer. May as well just get liquid and do that. So the next episode, we'll definitely do a bit of fertilizing. That's that. And we have got a bit of ploughing to do. We just go through. You can see needs ploughing. Now, it looks like... trying to figure this out. Them 2 that I'm going to be harvesting, 2 and 6. 6 doesn't need doing, but that, and that does. So maybe ploughing's an important job. We want to try and get some cows in, but we need the feed for that. So I think, yeah, well, let's focus on the harvesting. Let's focus on the fertilizer. And as soon as we've got the fields ready, so we'll start prepping them for the next time around and get that score up as well. And a bit of lime. Bit of lime's going to be needed for the pH because that's pretty much low on everything. So we can start doing that as we work through the fields. But let's crack on. Let's go and get into the top liner. It might be a good idea to just go and lease out the baler now, in fact, just to get that sorted. And we can jump on the Deutz. Let me just quickly show you this shed. You can see as well, that's the muck heap for the cows. I don't know if it actually automatically spawns in, or it might be something that we drive through here and manually just kind of put it in. This is just the storage point for it. It probably is. But yeah, this is that shed. It's like a... yeah, it's probably a bale shed of some sorts. Right, let's open this up. We'll get in the Deutz and we'll go and lease out a bit of a bale, and we can have a bit of a drive around as well. I will go outside cab so you can see along the route. Hey, I don't know if you've noticed as well, there's a really cool mod on Mod Hub that allows you to change the colour of your hood. So at the top you can see like where it says the weather and the temperature and all that stuff and time of day, money. I've put it to green. I've even got the speedometer down at the bottom as green. So I'm trying to match the FS25 colours and getting ready. So I thought I'd do that, which is pretty cool. And it's good because you can set up and then it'll, as long as you've got the mod activated for the next save game or whatever, it can you can choose it. Right, so we're in France, so we're going to be on the right hand side here. I think if I remember, it's just right here, and then we should be down to the shop. Some corn growing there. I've got Benji's textures on that. I've also got all of Bullet Bill's textures for crops as well. So that should improve it. Let's have a look at this store though. I did see it on Mr. Silly P's map tour video. I was very happy with it. It's Agco and Fent, and at the moment it's got a little bit of a sweet spot for Fent after FarmCon, because yeah, when you actually see, you know, what they get up to firsthand, it makes you appreciate a business like that a little bit more. So, not bad at all. Walk-in store. It's even got some tractors, little toy tractors that you can buy. What's that there? Collection. There's your workshop. I'm going to have to walk around here. See the detail, though. The detail is impressive. Fair play. A lot of boxes. Anyway, let's get a baler. Now, I want to do straw bale, so I'm going to go with square. I think that's going to be the best. I haven't even got a trailer. But do you know what? We have got a front loader and a weight and a spike. So I think we just take them direct at the moment, because you can see that I've got this trailer, but I haven't got anything else. So yeah, I think we just use the spikes and just dump straight in for the moment. I mean, we could pick up one now, but yeah, let's just get a baler and we'll lease this out, because, you know, we haven't got the biggest amount of money. So we may as well lease this out. Do we want square or do we want round? Do you know what? I might try one of these balers from the DLC pack that I can't pronounce. Is it Goel? Goel? Oh, I struggle sometimes with these kinds of things. But no, we're going to go with this one. Yeah, this will be fine. It'll do the job. It's 120 as well, so I think we're definitely all right with the Deutz. And I think we're all right with the Fent, because I did up the horsepower on that. Let me just check that, because I know this one's probably 90. Yeah, that the 380 GTA, the one that's made for FarmCon 24 and the Creative Meshes pack of the sprayer and the the tank that goes on the front. That's 95. This one's 185, so that's actually really good for a small tractor. And then we've got 247. So not too shabby at all. I've also changed as well the usage of fuel. I've made it a lot higher than normal. So you can get the mod that increases fuel usage, but I've actually increased that mod because I want it to feel like I'm, you know, using a lot of fuel whilst I'm out working, because I feel that sometimes it just, it drops down way too slow in relation to it being a video game. Now, I understand it's probably realistic and everything like that, where, you know, the amount of fuel that it's, you know, as many litres as it uses in an hour, for example, is probably correct. But I want to be fueling up my tractors every couple of in-game days. I know it's going to cost more, but I just feel like it's more immersive. I want to get more hands-on with them kind of things. So I have done that. I've also got AdBlue on as well. I might have to put down a fill, like a tank for AdBlue, or we can just buy some. The tubs or buckets or whatever it is we can get. I think they're kind of like two must-have mods now: AdBlue and the increased fuel usage mod. Right, so let's leave this here out the way. We will use the Fent to haul the trailer. I think that'll do the job. So if we just go over to, well, for one, we can just bring this out and lift it up. I mean, we could start on the one at the back first. We may as well. Now we're here. We'll finish on the front one. Get this unfolded and ready to go. It's not going to be very good anyway, especially this one. This field's got weeds in it as well, which is not ideal at all. And we want to make sure straw's enabled because it says it's on, so that's good. I think we'll do a headland stretch first, just to get the ball rolling. But let's jump into our Fent. We'll drop off our... In fact, I'll keep that on. I'll keep that on as I drive around. I'm going to need it at some point, so why not? But what we can do is drop the weight and get this trailer hooked up. Yeah, one of the first purchases we're going to have to make is a bale trailer, though. There we go. Job done. Ready to go. To be honest, we're only going to need this trailer once. We're not going to get that much yield off it to fill the trailer up and have to come back for a second trip, so I may as well just park it out the way and just get in the harvester and crack on. But we need to turn our engines off because of the fact that I am using increased fuel mod. That's even more increased. It's like super increased fuel mod. So yeah, we've got some oats coming in, but it's not flying up. It's definitely not flying up. This will be one trailer load and it probably still won't be full. So, but well, at least we're getting straw. And I have also got, which you probably expect from me now anyway if you've watched me play on the channel, I always like to use vehicle control add-on, and I have got that on. But these are actually relatively straight fields anyway. But there you go, we got it on, and it's already detected the width, so GPS is on the go. That easy. With me using Stream Deck, just press one button and it automatically does it. I mean, we can go into the menu, which I've shown before on my channel, and you can detect width, and I'd recommend having the snap angle to 1 degree because then it really is quite accurate of where you're pointing if you want to make them stretches and that you're trying to keep on a straight line. Really precise to what you want. But I do think it's better. It might be controversial this, but I do think it's the best GPS mod. It's much better than Wopster's. It's just because it offers a lot. It's not just GPS as well. But the GPS, I think, is just a lot more simple to use. Because there's no A point, B points and all that when you're setting it up. But, we're doing alright here, aren't we, really? We're getting some straw. Let me just check on my game settings, because I don't want it to be on easy, but it might be. I want to put it to medium. Yeah, it's on normal difficulty. I keep saying medium because one says easy hard. Is it normal or medium? I don't know, but it's normal. 2-day months, real time at the moment. Crop destruction is on, periodic ploughing. Don't want to do field stones. I really don't enjoy doing that. But we have got weeds on, so that's pretty much where we're at. Now, the reason I did that kind of stretch at the end of this field is just because I thought there was too much of an incline at the end of the field that I didn't want to. I didn't want to be driving too far off, which I'm pretty glad I did now. I've got crop destruction also, so I have to be careful. I might actually do some damage to them red beets. They are very close. Yeah, we're right on the limit there. I might have to do 2 just to make my turn a little bit easier. It's not too bad at the end because we've got grass that side, so that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, let's fly through this. Bit of a time lapse now. Let's get these 2 fields harvested. We'll see what we're like at the end. But yeah, it's a good way to make a bit of cash at the start. We'll probably hold on to it anyway and see what best time to sell is. I have actually got time-saving stock check. Always got that. It's another must-have mod. both harvests are done. I'm now bringing in the bales. I had to sell one of the rear weights and get a bigger one because I've adjusted the bale size just ever so slightly. I do think that sometimes the standard bale sizes aren't the best, so I've decided to change that up. Let's see if how this works then, because, yep, pretty straightforward, 2 bales in, just like that. Pretty easy, isn't it? But yeah, I've adjusted the bale size, so I do it in Maize Plus because I'm obviously going to be using Maize Plus. It just makes sense to adjust their bale sizes. So now I think the standard 3.5 are now 5.5 or 6, if the straw, I think it is. So that makes life a little bit easier. And then obviously they go up as well in sizes. So these are the 120s, the 150s are bigger, and then 180s are even bigger. But because of that, there's more mass to them, so I have to be careful when picking them up, which is why this big red weight on the back of this fence is working a treat. I do like the width on this spike as well that comes with this mod as a pack for the front loader. It's a lot wider, so it means that I can easily grab 2 without an issue. Actually, I think it'd be quicker to go this way, surely. That's all the bales from that field. We didn't get many, but we're doing alright. We've made we've got a decent enough yield. I think about 5,000 from each field, but we'll just go and double check that in a second when we've put these bales in. But do you know what? Main thing about this, I've really enjoyed it. 2 straightforward small harvests. I'm on a map that I'm enjoying the layout on. You can't really go wrong at that, can you? And first episode is always a little bit strange because you spend most of the time talking about like the plan and layout of the farm and equipment and stuff. I think in the next episode we can properly dive into it a bit more farming. We're gonna have to get that fertilizer done though. Alright, so what we got in here? Another 5, so it looks like we've got 10 bales there in total, which isn't too bad. You can see the size of these, 6,000 litres. So they are more heavy than the standard 125s, but yeah, I don't know if anyone else agrees on that, but I just think 3,500 litres for a grass silage bale, for example, is just not enough. Definitely not enough. I remember in FS19 there used to be a really good mod that was, I think it was called variable bale size. So obviously the bales were visually all the same in FS19. We didn't get the size differences between the 125s, 150s, and 180s. Same with the square balers as well. So you just pretty much had a standard bale size. And I like the fact they've added that in. Obviously, it's pretty cool. And it's obviously been even more improved in FS25 because we've got net wrap, twine, and bale wrap as well. So yeah, it's I did see as well that the sizes are still the same in FS25. I just think they should have upped them a little bit because it's the balers that are the problem, I think, really, because a lot of the base game balers don't actually do, especially round bales, they don't really go too much over the 125. So you end up really being stuck with a lot of the smaller bales, which means you're doing 3.5. And if you're doing silage, right, 3,500 litres, well, let's be honest, you're popping a bale out every 5 metres if you've got full yield in that grass field. So I think that's where it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to try to take 3, see if we can do this. But I am really enjoying being back on a Let's Farm / Let's Play series. Decided to call it Let's Farm because that's really what I'm trying to do here. I just want to play the game and farm. Same thing really as a Let's Play, but I want to try and just get that point across that, FS22 is coming to a close, let's say. We haven't got too many months left, even though November seems like miles away when you think about it. We're in July now. 12th of July, we've passed it, so that's August, September, October, November, 4 months there until the game comes out. But we're not far off August now, so it's like 3.5 months or something until the game actually comes out. It's not long at all. And I have seen in my Discord as well a couple of pictures of people upgrading their PC ready, because it does look like we're taking a bit of a jump up. Been speaking to Oxy as well, and yeah, he's excited for it. I think he can potentially push the boundaries a little bit more with, you know, what can be done with these maps. And I'm looking forward to things like the density as well in FS25, like the density of cows in a field. Like if you look, say, the pasture for a cow barn, like you might have 200 cows in it, but you only ever end up seeing about, if you're lucky, 30 in a size like that. And maybe, yeah, not even that really. But I'm hoping now they've dropped the older console, we might actually see, you know, the fields being more dense and being closer to the number of animals you actually have. And the same goes with a lot of other things. They can make it more dense, can't they? Because you've seen the crop densities have increased. And yeah, fingers crossed. But no, Oxy's, well, I think you'll be all excited to see some of the stuff Oxy's working on for his next map. I can't say anything, wish I could, but no, I can't. And when he shows me even a snippet of something about his next map, I get on the hype train. Like a kid waiting for Christmas with that map. It's going to be outstanding. And in fact, if you're interested in Oxy's maps, just like I am, spoiler alert, I'm doing a Q&A with him. Now, that video will be coming on the channel soon. I am actually, at the moment, working hard to get loads of videos done in advance because I'm going away for a week. And, yeah, whilst I'm away, taking my son to like a beach holiday. So I need to get some videos in advance for everybody to watch. I'm hoping it's going to come out in that time frame whilst I'm away, so fingers crossed with that one. But he has agreed to do a Q&A, so I've got some good questions to put forward to him. But anyway, I think that's that. Let's have a look. We're at, what time are we on? 1:30. I'm at ×5. I decided to up that as I was farming through. We finished our job that we obviously set out to do, which was get 2 harvests done. We've got 5,500 litres of wheat and 4,700 litres of oats. Picked up 53,000 litres of bales. So if we show locations, you can see that's in that. And yeah, not too bad. We've got to wait for January for this, though, to sell. And the best place to sell, probably, yeah, it's expected, is, well, it's on the train, isn't it? Out of town. Max, what's the max price there? It says 844 for wheat. Let's have a look at that then, just to see how much difference. So yeah, 588, so it's definitely down, but I mean, it does jump up a lot, but we'd have to hire the train out, but I don't mind doing that. I think it'd be pretty fun. Just if it's for such a small amount, it might not justify it. If we're getting it for a large amount, then maybe, yeah, maybe that's a bit better. But we've done well. We've done well, and we've got the bales. Let's actually have a look at our stats, because that will give me an idea of how many bales I made. I made 9, so I didn't make 10, but 1 shy. Not too bad at all. But yeah, next episode we'll be carrying on this map, and we'll get some fertilizer done. We'll try out the cool fence that made together with Giants and Creative Mesh in there. That's going to be interesting to use. We'll have to go buy some liquid fertilizer, and we'll just keep plodding along. We need to get all the fields set, planted, get feed in, get our animals in, and just keep on farming. Like the series title is, let's farm. Let's get through this. But hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me. That really does help me out. I'm going to record in the next one of this straight after, so that should come out in a few days' time. But yeah, really do appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. See you, everybody.